Good morning. I almost said good morning there. Good evening, Roehampton Club. This is Susanne with another 45-minute Pilates class. You will need a block tonight and your mat. Make sure that you've got a safe space to work in. Good. We're going to start off by standing behind our mats with nice long spines. I just need a couple of seconds to just get everything going in here. So your feet are hip width apart. And you're going to stand nice and tall over the top of your feet. Okay, so what I would like you to do is just sway round and round in a one perfectly long line. So we're not circling the hips. That's it. And you're drawing a circle around your body. The younger you are, the bigger this circle is. And then as we get older, this circle becomes smaller and smaller. So practicing doing this at any point in your life is really helpful because this will help with balance. And then go the other way, round and round. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Really dig your toes down and go to the point where you think, oh, I might topple over. Good, a couple more. Excellent. And then shift your weight over the top of your heels. Good. We're now going to inhale to lift the arms up to the ceiling and exhale to bring the arms down. I would like you to feel how you're engaging from the pelvic floor up into the belly button. The tail should be lengthened down. So you're pulling your two hip bones gently towards your rib cage. Inhale to bring it up and exhale to take it down. We're going again. Inhale up and exhale down, and really lengthen through your fingertips. And last one, fantastic. If you've got osteoporosis, you're going to roll down with a straight back. Everybody else, come on down with a nice round back. Relax your neck, lean forward so you really feel the back line of your legs opening up. Exhale to come back up again. Then lift those arms to the ears and pull your thumbs back. Really tuck your tail in so you're not feeling any increased pressure into your lower back. We're going again. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Soften your knees. Lean forward. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale to come up. Bring those arms up again. And extend. Lift your breastbone up. Good. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale. This should be your deepest one, so you should feel that stretch quite deeply now. Lean forward, really find the calves, the back of your thighs opening up, and then go up again when you're ready. Engaging your bum cheeks. We're going to bring the arms up, and then we're going to lean back to feel the stretch in your tummy, and then bring the arms to your side, and just widen your feet a tiny bit. Good. You're now going to draw a line across the horizon and then up to the ceiling. Okay, and now you're going to exaggerate this. So really draw it across until you feel your shoulder open up and then bring it up. So I want you to feel really deep shoulder movement. So pull the shoulder away from the center of your spine and then gently pull it back down again. So I've got quite stiff shoulders. So when I do this, I can actually feel a stretch in my shoulder, just about there. And lift it up and make it look somewhat elegant if you can. So bring it across and lift it up. And one more time, bring it across and lift it up. Good. Let's do the other side. Bring it across, feel the stretch in that shoulder, back down. And again, across the horizon and up and round. Don't hold your breath. And make sure the upper body moves. So I get that rotation in your spine. So take it across and exhale to lengthen. Two more times. Take it across and lengthen. One more time. Take it across and bring it up and down. Perfect. Good. We're going to widen our feet even more. Good. So depending on how your hips are designed, you're going to have your feet more at an angle or less at an angle. So generally, if you're male, your hips are tighter, so your feet are more in a parallel position. And then depending on how your hips are feeling, you might be a little bit more outwardly rotated. So you're going to squat down and you're going to try to get your knees to travel over your big toe and your second toe and then come back up again. So just look at your feet and then just make sure your feet are in the right position so that the big toes and your knees are aligning. Good. Okay, so you're going to bring your arms forward here. Once you're happy with your position, bring it down and come back up again. Good. Feel how you're using your inner thighs and your bum cheeks on the way up. Good. We're now going to go down. We're going to take a deep breath in here. And now we're going to push the knees out. Push the knees out. Bring the knees back over your toes and come back up again. So we go down. Sit back onto your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Push the knees out to open up those hips. Inhale to bring the knees back over the toes and come up. If you can, bring that lower down. So take it down. Exhale to push the knees over the toes. Bring it back again and up. 2 more times. So take it down nice and deep. Push the knees back. You might even feel a stretch in the inner thighs. And again, take it down. Push those knees out. Bring them back up and relax. Bring the arms up and find rotation. Look over the shoulders and back to the center. And then over to the other side. Breathe out and breathe in. Go again. Breathe out. Notice how your legs are long. Rotate and bring it back. So if you've got osteoporosis, just stay with this. Don't do anything else. If you can do more, you're now going to reach for your big toe as you look underneath the armpit and come back up again. So if you can't reach your big toe, then that's fine. You should feel lots of stretches along the back line of your legs and back up again. And really come back up into this upright position. Look underneath the armpit to the back of the room. Come back up again. So it's the diagonal foot you're aiming for. As close to that foot as you can. And bring it back up again. Breathe out. Breathe in. And again. Breathe out. Breathe in, maybe a little bit lower down if you can, but don't overstretch. Breathe out. Breathe in and keep those knees nice and long. We've got one more. Reach for the big toe, look underneath the armpit, and come back to the center. And then bring the arms down. Step together for me. Good. We're going to go into a balance. So diagonal arm and knee. Breathe out. And back down again. Breathe out. And back down. Good job. Breathe out and down. 2 more times. Breathe out. And this could be your level 1. So if this is all you want to do, then feel free just to do that. Now have a look. So we're going to take and stand on one leg. We're then going to hinge forward and lengthen our leg back. And stand tall again. So reach your foot back. The standing leg is soft, but it doesn't bend. And bring it in again. You're trying to lengthen the back leg. Good. And then as you get better at this, you want to make this longer and longer and longer until you're completely horizontal. Extend. Keep that balance running. So it all depends on how good your balance is and how strong your legs are. Couple more. Lean forward. Extend the leg back. Good. Last one. And come back up. Good, shake it out and start again with your marches. So diagonal march. Oh, I'm almost dropping over. Diagonal. Good. Okay, we need to do the other side, don't we? So stand on the other leg. Balance. And then start off with a small one. Try to extend the back leg and pull it back in again. And as you get used to this, you're making it bigger and bigger and bigger. Do make sure you're not holding your breath until you are in a perfectly extended back and leg. The knee, don't forget, is nice and soft. You can hold on gently to something if you need to. 2 more times. Make sure your arm on the other leg. 1 more time. Extend. Good job. And bring it up. Fantastic. And again, shake out those arms and legs. Beautiful. Good, you're now going to stand to the end of your mat. Roll it down, come onto all fours and give me a cat-cow. So you're on all fours on the floor and you're giving me a cat-cow. See that works. And don't forget, for the cat-cow, your aim is spinal movement. Releasing the back line. And of course, releasing the front line. Try not to think about sticking your bum up in the air. Instead, think about lengthening the front line. So lengthening the tail away from your crown of the head, rather than thinking I must stick my bum high up in the air, because that will increase the curvature in your lower back to the point where your lower back is no longer happy. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. We're going to do 1 more, and then we're going to do a little tricep exercise and core engagement exercise. So find neutral, and then find the line that's in between your middle fingers and find the middle point. That's where the nose will go. So from here, you pull the elbows towards you, you dip the nose onto the floor, and you push it back up again. So you've got to be a little bit brave. So you need to lean forward a little bit and come back up again. You can do half of these, so you can just do half if you need to. And make sure that the elbows come towards your hips, not out to the side. If you can do more, I would like you to come into a plank. So instead of a 4-point kneeling position, your hips are now in front of your knees, and you're going to take it down from here. So take the nose down and push it back up again. You've got 3 more. Whichever one you can do, take it down and lift it up. Inhale down and exhale to lift. You've got 1 more. Inhale down and exhale to lift. And then sit back into your child's pose as far back as your knees will allow you to go. And this should have brought your temperature up a little bit. So if you need to shed your top, then please do. You don't want to overheat. Good, widen the arms, so the arms are off the mat. And then take your right hand and place it onto the left hand to find a stretch from the hips into your fingertips. Excellent. Now do the other side. Good. We're now going to go back into our 4-point kneeling position. We're going to do 1 cat-cow. Come into neutral. You're now going to drop the elbow down that's furthest away from your screen and place the elbow where your hand was a moment ago. Good. The other arm is nice and soft. You're going to exhale to lengthen the leg and then lift it up. So the foot is higher than your bum cheek. So you're in a nice diagonal line. From here, you exhale to lift the hip up, look over to the screen and bring it back down again. Really engage that core. So pull the 2 hip bones towards you. Breathe out to lift and you'll feel both of your bum cheeks work. But the bum cheek that's on the floor, the one that's above the knee that's kneeling, that's working a little bit harder here. Keep your foot nice and high and make sure your core is engaged. Lift up and rotate. Fantastic. You've got 1 more. And lift up and rotate. Bring everything back to face the floor. Bring the knee down and sit back into your child's pose 1 more time. Sit nice far back. Good. Have breaks if you need to. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So you will be facing away from the screen this time. Give me 1 cat. Give me 1 cow. Come into neutral. Drop the elbow down that's closest to the screen and extend the leg and lift that's furthest away. Take a deep breath in and exhale, lift the hip up, look away from the screen. Inhale, drop the hip, look down onto the floor. Exhale to lift. Inhale to bring it down. So really work on that hip lift. Nice and high. The foot is higher than your hips and shoulders, and keep the foot high so you don't want to drop that leg down. And you've got 2 more. Lift. Good job. Come on, 1 more. Really opening up those hips. Breathe out. Excellent. And then bring it down. Bring that knee underneath the hips. And again, sit back into your child's pose. We're now going to bring our arms alongside us, and we're just going to drop our shoulders down. So really allow that shoulder area to completely relax. Two more deep breaths. Wonderful. So we're now going to go onto our side. Lie down on your books or blocks. And make sure that your body is perfectly lined up. So your feet line up with your bum, line up with your shoulders, line up with the back of your head. You can use the back edge of the mat to line yourself up against. Then hand on hip. And make sure you lengthen the top hip away so your waist and your rib cage is lifted off the mat. We're going to start off by lengthening our leg and flexing our foot. We're now going to rotate the foot down and rotate the foot up. So we're warming up the hip a little bit more. So where you opened the hip up earlier, you're now going to do a rotation, so an inward hip rotation and outward hip rotation. And if you really listen to your body, you will feel that all of your bum cheek muscles and hip muscles are chiming in to produce these two movements. Good. So the one that I'm interested in tonight is the external rotation. So if you turn your foot up and your knee up, that's the one I'm interested in. So keep the knee turned up and then point your toe. You're now going to pull your knee towards your armpit, and then you rotate the knee back to the front. So now the knee and the big toe is facing forward. Now you rotate the knee back up, pull the knee to the armpit, and extend it again. Turn that knee. Good. I don't want you to drop that waist down. So keep that movement going without dropping the waist. And again, lift it up. Check that your 2 hip bones are pulled towards you. Your tummy is pulled in. And again, rotate, pull the knee towards the armpit and extend it again. Good. One more time. Pull it in and extend. Fantastic. And then rest the leg long on the mat. You're now going to come up onto your elbows. Make sure that the elbow and the shoulder are perfectly aligned. So lift the top leg up again. And now do the movement up here. So this would be your level 2. So it's a little bit harder because you have to engage that oblique, so the underside of your waist, to produce the same leg movement. I'm very happy for you to do this on the floor. For a level 3, I need you to come up completely. And now lift the leg up. You're going to pull the knee to the armpit and extend it again. Excellent. Only 3 here. Pull it in and extend. You've got 1 more. Pull the knee in and extend. Good. Now bring the leg down first, then sink the hip down and lie back down onto your block. Beautiful. Nice. Bring both hands together. We're going to go into the open book. So you know this exercise really well. We regularly do it. So open up through the chest. Inhale at the back. And exhale to bring it back to the front again. The aim of this exercise is not to produce a muscle ache. The aim here is your movement, the movement itself. So I want you to feel how the spine is rotating from the hips into the crown of your head. Try not to pull on the arm. So you shouldn't be pulling the arm back. So you should never feel that the arm is leading the movement. It's the rib cage that is leading the movement. The head is turning with the arm. And try not to lift your knees off the floor. Now, if you've got spinal issues or osteoporosis, don't force anything. Just do it gently. But we should all be doing it gently anyway. Couple more here. Good. On this last one, we're now going to stay back there and we're just going to be still. So open up and don't move anymore. Good. You're now going to allow your hips and your knees to rotate you a little bit further back, and then relax the arm as low as you can to find a stretch in your chest. Your eye line is up to the ceiling, and just sit in this position for a moment. The core needs to be gently engaged. Feel that stretch. I can feel this particularly in my armpit and in my chest. I'm trying to relax as well as I can. You've got 4 more. 3, 2. Re-engage your core and bring the arm back to the front. Good. Readjust your body. Put the hand back on your hip. Good. We're now going to extend the top leg. Have a really nice long leg. Good. We're now going to pull the knee to the chest and lengthen it again. That's it. Pull the knee to the chest and lengthen it. Good. We're now going to pull the knee to the chest. Then we're going to extend the leg forward, and then we're going to flex the foot behind us. So it's almost like you're doing a sort of a round movement that resembles riding a bicycle. So pull the knee to the chest, extend and flex it behind you. So you're pointing your toe until you're in a long leg, and then you're flexing it. And you should feel how the hamstrings open. So the back of your thigh, as you pull the leg back, should activate and stretch. There is not really a level 1, 2, or 3 here. So if you need a break, you have a break. Make sure that you're really trying to tuck your tail between your legs. So when you bring the heel behind your body, you're not arching your spine. Hold it long. We're now going to reverse. So bring the flexed foot forward, point and pull it towards your chest. Then extend the leg behind you where you flex it again and pull it forward. And then again, point, extend, and flex it forward. And again, point, extend, and flex it forward. One more time, and point, extend, flex it forward. Good. Now for the heartbeat. Turn your toe down and now tap the foot on the floor and lift it up. Tap and lift. Make sure you have breaks if you need to. Tap and lift. Check that your waist is still lifted, your core is engaged. Tap and lift. And again, tap and lift. Doing a really good job. Nice, elegant legs. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and 1. Good job. And then relax. Well done. Excellent. Let's do the other side straight away. So grab your block and lie over to the other side. We're starting with the same exercise we did on the other side, with that opening of the hip. So we're going to line up the back of our heads with our bum, with our feet. Make sure the waist is lifted, the rib cage is lifted, and extend the top leg. Pull the shoulders down your back and pull the back of your head back. Then pull the knee into the armpit and lengthen it again. Make sure you're not losing the waist. So really important here is that you don't overdo the movement so you can maintain your good posture. Good, and keep going. Really find length in your body. I'm breathing out as I pull the leg towards me. And I exhale. Sorry, I inhale as I lengthen it. But if you want to breathe the other way around here, just go for it. So turn the knee up to the ceiling and extend it again. One more time. Turn the knee up to the ceiling and extend. And then you're going to hold it extended and flex your foot, because what we forgot is that initial rotation down and up. So let's do it now. down and up. Good, and just listen to the body. All of these muscles are now engaging to produce the internal and external hip rotation. Good, so level 1, point your toe again, is this one here that we've just done. Level 2, come up onto your elbow and do it on your elbow. And really try to lengthen your waist away from the mat. And then for level 3, you come off the hip and you do your knee pulls up here. Good. Make sure you're breathing. You've got only 3 more. 3, and extend, and 2, and extend, and last one, and extend. Good. Bring the leg down first, then the hips, and then lie all the way down. Bend your knees again, line up your feet with your bum, with your shoulders, with your head. Bring the arms forward, inhale, and then you exhale to rotate. So again, if you've got spinal issues, you've got to go gently. Everybody else is going gently as well, but you can just try to keep your thighs and your hips a little bit more facing forward. The aim here is, again, the rotation in your trunk. So I can feel a stretch in my waist when I go back there, particularly when I focus on keeping my hips facing forward. And if you can, with each one, you're trying to increase that ability of that spinal rotation. Just a few more. And then we're going to do one more, and then we're going to just be still in the rotation. Maybe you need to adjust your block a little bit and allow your knees to lift away a little bit and the hips to pull back. Now you're dropping this arm until you feel a stretch in your chest. You might even have the hand on the floor, resting gently. Really find the stretch around the armpit, all the way into that waist. Your knees might or might not be split up and slightly lifted off the floor. So you're looking for a stretch here. And then inhale, engage the core again. Exhale to bring the hand up and just readjust your position on the floor again. So make sure that everything is lined up as it usually is. And then extend the top leg. We are going to pull the knee to the chest and extend it again. Check that your waist and rib cage is lifted. So if the ribs aren't lifted, your shoulders aren't right on top of one another. So probably the bottom shoulder is too close to the ear. So if you can't lift your ribs up, that's usually the case. If the waist is flat on the floor, that's because you're not lengthening your leg enough. Good. We're now going to go into the bicycle. So pull the knee to the chest, extend, and then flex the foot all the way behind you. Really press the bottom leg into the floor. Good. And breathe out in that long leg backwards. Make sure the top shoulder doesn't start to shrug. I can see some of your knees lifting away from the floor when you pull that leg behind you. So really focus on using that bottom hip to press the foot downwards into the ground. You've got 2 more here. Bring it forward and pull it behind you, and make sure you have breaks if you need to. Pull the knee to the chest. Pull it behind you. Good. We're now going to reverse. So you're flexed still through the foot. Bring it forward, flexed. Then point your toe, pull it towards your chest, and extend it behind you. That looks good. Keep it going. Just make sure that bottom leg doesn't start to lift. Check that you've got your 2 tailbones tucked towards you. And again, not the 2 tailbones. What am I talking about? Your 2 hip bones. Make sure they're pulled towards you. You only have 1 tailbone. That would be very strange if you had to. Extend and bring it forward. Good, you've got 1 more, and then we're going to do the half bit where we go down onto the floor with that toe. So bring the leg as far forward as you can and rotate the toe down, tap it onto the floor and lift it up. Breathe out as you lift. Inhale down. And exhale to lift. Nice, come on. 5 more. 5, 4, nice and high. Bring it further forward, closer to your chest. 3. So it's not in line with your body, it's much further forward. 2, you got 1 more. And 1, good job. And then have a little rest. Excellent, well done. Okay, lose your block and lie on your back for me. Arms are alongside you. You're going to start with your pelvic tilts. So feel how you're sliding your hips towards your rib cage, and then you slide the hips away again. So what you should feel is the lower back kissing the floor, and then you recreate that little gap underneath your lower back. Try your very best to relax your bum cheeks. Instead, think about pressing your feet into the floor rather than I must clench my bum. So press the feet into the floor and then draw the 2 hip bones towards you and release it again. If you pick up back tension in any of these exercises, then just come back to this pelvic tilt and have a little rest. We're now going to go up into our shoulder bridge. You should all know how to do this. So engage the shoulders a little bit more. Slide the hip bones towards you. Press your feet into the floor. Now your bum cheeks are very much clenching. Bring the hips all the way to the top. Lengthen your knees away from the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale to bring it back down again, bone by bone. Inhale as you're in neutral. And then go again. Exhale to tilt. And lift. Really feel how you're wrapping your bum cheeks around your hips. Feel how the 2 hip bones are pulling towards your rib cage and how you lengthen your knees away. Feel the shoulders pressing into the mat. And then that precision work, you're coming up bone by bone into neutral, creating that gap. Then tilt and lift. This is your last one. And then we're just going to change the tune slightly. Inhale. And exhale to come back down again. So now don't move your feet. All you're going to do is you're going to imprint your lower back. So your lower back is flat on the floor. The 2 hip bones are pulled towards you. Lift your right leg up over the top of your hip. You don't have to lift the leg up. You can stay with both feet on the floor for level 1. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to lift the hips up. On the inhale, bring the flat back on the floor. We're going to do 6 on each side. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. Make sure your hip doesn't dip. And make sure that your 2 hip bones keep pulling towards you. That was number 3. Breathe out up. 4. 5. You got 1 more. And 6. Good. Now hold it up here in number 6. We're holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring this spine down and place your foot back in line with your hips. So don't bring them too close together, and carry on with your pelvic tilt. So we've done one side. If you picked up tension and the lower back became sore by the end of it, then maybe do double leg on the other side. Or do as many as you can without picking up tension, and then do double legs. Imprint your lower back. Lift the left leg up into tabletop. Good. Press your shoulders down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. And really feel how your right bum cheek very much engages as you come up. And feel how you keep pulling the 2 hip bones towards you. The left hip should not be dropping. And lift. Looks good. I forgot to count. Let's do 2 more. I think that's about 6. You've got 1 more. On this last one, we're going to hold and breathe for 5, 4, clench that right bum cheek, 3, 2, and bring it down. Good job. And now pull the 2 knees towards you. Really nice and wide. And if you want, you can rook. Excellent. Okay, feet on the floor. 2 pelvic tilts. On the second one, imprint your lower back. Lift one leg up. Lift the second leg up. We're now going to do toe taps. Tap down and lift back up again. What I don't want to see here is that your hips are rocking away that way. So you don't want to feel any lightness or any rocking sensation in the upper body. Keep going. So this is actually already level 2. Level 1 is you imprinting, lifting one leg up and bringing it back down again. Okay, so if you need to revert to level 1, then please do. But keep everything engaged. Good, so toe tap is your level 2, suitable for osteoporosis. I'm now going to go out of those levels and I'm going to do something that is not suitable for osteoporosis. So interlace your hands behind your head and then lift the head and shoulders up and pull the rib cage towards your hip bones. Widen the elbows. Good. Keep toe tapping for me. If you want to make it harder, instead of toe tapping, you're now going to extend the leg forward. Keep the opposite leg in tabletop, so over the top of your hip joint. And make sure the 2 hip bones do not move away from you. Keep them pulled in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And lift your upper body a little bit higher up now. Press the back of your head into your hands. So you're holding the weight of your head in your arms rather than your neck. Have breaks if you need to. You've got 4 more. And 3. And 2. And last one. Place the head down. Place your feet down. Bring the arms into a T position. Super glue your thighs together and start your twists. And they should feel beautiful, particularly right after your abdominal work. Nice stretch in the lower back. No forcing, no pushing. If you want a little bit more, you can extend the top foot forward. That will pull you into a deeper stretch. Keep your shoulders super glued onto the floor. And if you lengthen your fingertips away from the knees, you should get a nice chest stretch as well. Good, keep moving. Looks good. One more on each side. Well done. And then bring the knees back into your chest. So pull those knees back into your armpits one more time. Really widen those legs. Open up from the hips. Relax your shoulders. Good. And then lengthen the elbows and pull the knees a little bit closer to you. Good. Then bring the knees in a little bit and pull them towards you again. So a little bit more narrow. Your coccyx, your tailbone, is almost curled away from the floor. And then bring them nice and narrow. And again, you pull them towards you. That's it. Hold it here for a moment. Good. And now cross your legs over completely, thigh over thigh, and then pull your knees towards your chest. That's it. So what you should hold on to is your shins. So the shin is the bone between the knee and your foot. So you've got 2 shins and 2 hands. So cross the legs over and then just reach down and grab the first shin that you can reach. Good. And now pull those shins towards you. And pull the leg that's closest to you slightly diagonally over your midline. So for me, it's my right leg. So I'm pulling that leg gently towards the left shoulder. And that should open up my bum cheek a little bit more. Make sure you can breathe. We're now going to unfold it to the point where the ankle sits over your thigh. And then take the hand and push against the knee. If this doesn't produce a stretch, you've got to go one step further. So you would have to pick up the standing leg and pull it towards you. Stretch out gently, please, this one. You've got a long nerve that runs down the leg, and the nerve goes through this muscle, and you don't want to pinch it, your sciatic nerve. So gentle stretch, but you can feel it. We're now going to place that feet back down again. We're going to cross the other way. So completely cross your thigh over thigh, and then reach down with your hands until you have a shin. That's it. And again, so there's no gap between the knee and the thigh. So some of you are going to, yeah, that's better. Good, and then pull. So in my case, I'm holding on to my left shin here. That's closest to me. So I'm pulling this leg across to my right shoulder, just to increase that stretch a little bit. I'm trying to relax my upper body rather than pulling the shoulders to the chest. Shoulders to chest, shoulders to ears. Good, then unfold to the point where the ankle is over your thigh. And then take your hand and press into the thigh to see if you can get a stretch going. If there is no stretch, you need to pick up the leg and pull the thigh towards you. Again, it's the one you need to do gently. See if you can relax your shoulders. Perfect. Unfold and come up into seated. We're now going to sit with two long legs, nice long legs. We're going to bring the arms forward. Good. And we're now going to reach for our toes. So keep your feet flexed. You're now going to reach for your toes. Reach for the toes. Feel the stretch. Good. Then you're going to sit nice and tall. And now you're going to lean back with a straight spine. Lean back. And then pull forward again to reach for the toes. A little bit lower down now. Again, sit tall. Pull the tummy in. Lean back. Look at the horizon. And exhale to lean forward and reach even further forward. And don't worry if you can't reach your toes. That's where you're going. That's the direction. And reach for the toes and see if you can come a little bit closer. You should feel a deeper and deeper stretch in the back line. So keep your spine long, really engage the core. Last one, reach forward. And now we're going to just hold it. So if you can reach your toes, hold the toes and pull them towards you. If you can't, place your hands underneath your calves and pull yourself forward, holding on to the calf. Make sure it doesn't take your breath away. You've got 4 more breaths. 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Well done, everybody. That is it for tonight. Excellent work. So I'm just going to turn the recording off so I can say goodbye to the ones that were here. Thank you for being here on record.